I can't wait to show you my toys.
Hey everybody, this is D Hunter bringing another action figure review. Taking a look at the DC Collectibles Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the animated film, Alfred and Michelangelo 2-pack. This is the fourth 2-pack of 5 2-packs they're going to be releasing from this film. This will complete all 4 of the Ninja Turtles, as well as the Bat family they're going to be offering. Really excited to get another Alfred figure to add to the mix. It is not too often they release Alfred figures. So let's check out the packaging here. As you can see at the top, only at GameStop. It actually says 18 pieces. See DC Comics logo, Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie logo, Alfred and Michelangelo action figure 2-pack. And you can see in here, looks like we got a skateboard for Michelangelo. I see a bunch of different hands for Alfred, a slice of pizza, his mug, which unfortunately they removed the Superman logo that was in the original prototype. You see Alfred in here, he's looking pretty good. Animated, a little bit exaggerated, but definitely proper and British. Then we've got Michelangelo. He does appear to be a little bit short, but I did watch the film again recently, and he actually is quite a bit shorter in the film than the other Turtles. Of course, he comes with pizza, his nunchucks, and a bunch of extra hands. So on the top here, just Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. On the side here, got sort of a turtle shell thing going on. The bottom, there is a barcode here. Do keep in mind this is a GameStop exclusive. And a bunch of credits. And the back side, you can see the rest of the collection. They've already released Batman and Leonardo, Robin and Raphael, Batgirl and Donatello, and the final 2-pack, which should come out next month, is Ra's al Ghul and Shredder. I must say, I do hope they continue this line and give us some deluxe mutated Bat Rogues. That would be awesome. It probably depends on how these are selling, so I'm hoping they're doing well. I know I've done my part. So let's go ahead and open this guy up. And then I did end up getting 2 of these 2-packs. One of them to open up and enjoy, and one of them to keep my complete 6-7-inch Batman and related collection unopened. And then here's my unopened set as it takes its rightful place with my other open Batman and related action figures in front of my comics. As you can see, the rest of the Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sets above him. Alright, now they got these figures out of the package. Here they are with all their accessories laid out. But before we look at the accessories, let's check out the actual figures. Now I must say, this is the 2-pack that I was looking forward to the most of all 5 of the 2-packs from this Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film. You may kind of wonder why. Michelangelo is probably my least favorite of the Turtles, and it's just Alfred. But it's Alfred. I really love getting Alfred figures, pretty unique. We don't have a lot of those. I mean, the first pack, Batman and Leonardo. Yeah, Leonardo, he's not going to be my favorite Leonardo because I already have the NECA one. And he's definitely not going to be my favorite Batman figure, as I have probably well over 100 Batman figures. But Alfred, you don't get a lot of Alfred figures. So I was really, really looking forward to it, and my first thoughts are disappointment, and that kind of sucks. Let me kind of tell you why. So Michelangelo here, I mean, he looks pretty good. He definitely has the facial expression in the movie, which I like, but he's so little. Yes, I had the Mikey as Batman, and he was so little too, which gave me a lot of fear about this line as a whole. But the next packs were a lot bigger. I did rewatch the film when I got this pack, and Mikey is shorter than the other ones in the film, so it is screen accurate, but as a figure, it's kind of disappointing for me. Anyway, his orange bandana is good. Big old smile on his face. You can see his turtle shell. He's got a place to put his nunchucks, presumably, in there. His completely square knee pads, which just look awful, but yes, it's movie accurate. I mean, the figure's not inaccurate to the movie, but as far as action figures go, I'm pretty disappointed with him for his size. Now, Alfred. So check out his face here. First of all, his sort of mustache, mouth area, I'm really not super fond of it. And I had 2 of these guys, so I picked a better paint job to open. It just doesn't look that hot. His facial expression, it's like the movie. It's really not too bad. I can dig it. He's a little bit thinner than I'd like, that's for sure. His articulation is kind of jacked up and less existent than the other figures here. His legs are so thin, and they're already so loose, at least one of the knees. Feels like he could break so easy, and it just looks so bad. Beyond that, it's not too bad, but I was really hoping to enjoy this Alfred figure more than I look like I'm going to. And then here the figure's broken down as far as they can go with all their movable parts detached. And as you can see, Michelangelo here, he's got a skateboard, 2 nunchucks, 6 different hands. Each figure comes with a slice of pizza. Alfred has a mug, which unfortunately the prototype that we were shown had the Superman logo on it, just like in the film. I don't know if there was a rights issue or if they just found it wasn't cost effective to put that on there, but definitely disappointing. And he has 8 different hands. So pretty good amount of accessories, maybe a little bit less than some of the other figures, as Alfred really, beyond the hands, just has the mug, and all the Batman characters, sure, were loaded with accessories. Let's go ahead and look at Mikey's accessories first, and let's go ahead and start off by looking at his hands. Like I said before, he's got 6 different hands, 2 fisted, 2 kind of straight, flat, wide open, and then 2 that are semi-open gripping hands. Here he is with his 2 fisted hands, as if he's either mad or getting ready to fight somebody. And then here he is with his sort of relaxed looking hands. They can stand at his side here, he got his fingers fully extended. Kind of like if he's not using them, they're at his side. They can also be as if he was sort of karate chopping somebody. In addition to that, you can even give one of the other turtles a high five. And then here he is with his semi-open gripping hands. These will definitely be the default hands I end up keeping with Michelangelo pretty much all the time, as they can easily double up as a fist, and I want him to be able to hold his nunchucks anytime I want to. And then speaking of his nunchucks, here they are. As you can see, there's sort of some articulation. They've got the chain part in the middle, and it can move around. It feels pretty sturdy. The neck of one of mine broke pretty quickly with the bendy wire up top. And then here he is, holding both of his nunchucks. They fit into his hand just fine, and they do feel like they're not going to break very easily. And then here he is with his nunchucks holstered onto his side. He's got these 2 pouches here that can contain his nunchucks with ease. Next, let's check out his skateboard. As you can see at the top here, it's got a little bit of texturing there in the black parts. And then you can see his feet are probably intended to be in the middle there. It's got orange wheels that are not articulated, they're just there for show. Then it's got a bunch of stickers on the bottom, kind of got a skull and crossbones, turtle shell, etc. Not bad, except kind of annoyed that the wheels don't actually move. Then here he is, as he would look if he were riding on a skateboard. I mean, he looks pretty good, but the wheels don't actually move, so if you're going to try to move it, it might scratch something up. In addition to that, there's no sort of peg on the skateboard to attach his foot into securely. And the figure has no peg holes, just FYI. Next, let's check out the slice of pizza. I went in and threw both Michelangelo and Alfred's pizza up here, so there's no point to review the same thing twice. It's pepperoni pizza. It's obviously ever so slightly bendable, made of some plastic, a little bit soft, really not much else going on here. And these 2 slices that came with this 2-pack are only 2 of 9 slices they've made so far. You got 1 from Batman, Robin, and Batgirl each, that's 3. Then 4 from the Turtles, that's 7. And then 1 from Alfred, and then 1 from the San Diego Comic-Con Mikey S. Batman variant. And if you get all the figures in line, you can shove these 9 slices together and pretty much get you a whole pizza pie. And it doesn't line up perfect, but still pretty cool nonetheless. And then here in the middle are these 9 pieces making a whole pizza pie, next to all the different pizza and pizza accessories in my action figure collection. And they better make friends with their local pizza delivery boy if they want to keep the supply coming. And then here's the whole group enjoying a nice pizza party after stopping all the mutated bat rogues. And now let's look at Alfred's accessories. Alfred here comes with 8 different hands and a mug. I call these hands 2 fisted hands, 2 sort of relaxed open hands, extended, 2 sort of stuck up holding something hands, and then 2 semi-open gripping hands. He also comes with a pure white mug. And here he is wearing his 2 fisted hands. And here he is with his open hands and extended fingers, just relaxed at his side here. I could also see him maybe holding his arm up with some clothes or a towel draped around it, handing to somebody. kind of like so. And I call these his sort of snobby, stuck-up hands. He's here, I don't know, maybe he's picking up some dirty socks, like, you gross. Or he's maybe holding some of that greasy cheese bread, like he said in the movie, and eating it. You could even probably have him drink a cup of tea, although it's not just his pinky that's up in the air. Here he is picking up after Master Wayne, after he's been in the sewer all night. As Alfred's thinking, I offer to cook them a gourmet meal, and they choose greasy cheese bread. And then Alfred, as he would look as he's drinking a cup of tea with his hand. And then here he is with his semi-open or gripping hands. These will probably be the hands that I use predominantly for him, as I want my Alfred to be able to hold stuff and do stuff. This hand almost looks like it has a trigger finger on it, which is kind of cool. Alfred could potentially use a shotgun at sometimes, but I'm pretty sure it's actually intended to drink out of the mug that he came with. And then here is said mug, completely white. Little handle on the side, it's hollow. You could potentially put water there if you really wanted to. That would express my disappointment. The prototype Alfred shown, this mug was painted blue and had like a Superman logo on it, just like in the film. I would assume that that detail must have just cost a few cents or whatever more than they wanted to spend on it. I can't imagine it was a rights issue, as DC Collectibles makes these figures. Here he is holding his mug. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at all of their accessories, next let's check out the height of these two figures. Michelangelo here, and he's kind of small. From bottom to top is sitting at about 5.0 inches, translating to approximately 12 3/4 centimeters. And now let's look at Alfred's height. So from bottom to top, he's sitting at just a little above 6.5 inches. I'd say about 6.6 inches, which translates to about 16.75 centimeters. Next, let's check out their articulation. So Mike here, his head can go around from side to side, up and down just a tiny little bit. Can't tilt really too much, just a little bit. Shoulders go out not even 90 degrees, a little bit disappointing there. There is a ball joint side of there, but boy is it weak. Can go up, down, and out only about that far. Single joint elbows don't even hit 90 degrees. Do have a swivel at the top, which is pretty cool. His wrist can rotate around, swivel, and it's not exactly hinged. It's on sort of a ball joint there when you can pierce hinge, but it can kind of wrap around the entire way. Looks like he's got no articulation in the middle, just a big solid turtle shell. His legs go out not 90 degrees. There's a ball joint there, and it's also pretty weak. Then go forward, really not too much. Back, not at all. Does have double jointed knees. Go back pretty far there. And his foot, of course, it's going to be able to go up and down, and it can rock from side to side, and it can't really rotate around. Next, let's check out Alfred's articulation. So, of course, his head's going to be able to go around from side to side. Really can't tilt at all. Can look up and down barely at all. Shoulders on ball joint, they can go out just a hair more 90 degrees. Really not too bad there. Up, down, of course. Single jointed elbow, pretty much goes full 90 degrees. Swivel at the top. So wrist is also sort of on a ball joint. Can rotate around no problem. And kind of rotate around as well. Absolutely nothing going on in the middle here. He's got like a really, really small sort of, I guess it's a ball joint there, but boy, it can barely go around at all. And it can barely go forward and back at all either. His legs, they can go out pretty far, and they're so thin, I really don't like that. Ball joint side of there. Then go forward, really not much at all. And back, not much at all either. Does have double joint knees. Why? Not really sure. Very, very thin. Getting very loose already. So you can kind of see. It's not like that bad, but I'm not happy with how it's turning out. His foot here. Okay, it can go up and down. And it can't rotate, but it's sort of rock. Next, let's check these guys out compared to some other action figures. Let's go and start off with Mikey here. So first off, here's this Michelangelo figure next to Mikey as Batman. They are exactly the same size. That guy is really short, and this guy is too. We pretty much predominantly use the same body, except we have a little bit of a different head and cape. And then here he is next to the entire set of turtles from this film. Been a long time coming. Been a couple months since the first figures were released. And this movie came out quite a while ago. It's really cool to finally have the entire team. Really pretty nice figures. Yeah, they're not as nice as the NECA movie turtles, but they're pretty nice turtle figures in their own. And then here's the collection in its entirety so far. We've got a total of 9 figures, all heroes, all allies, all good guys. Now we just need to get some villains in the mix. Can't wait for that Ra's al Ghul and Shredder pack. Here he is next to the NECA 1990 movie, Michelangelo. This is my favorite and, in my opinion, the best Michelangelo figure out there. The turtles from that film were from my childhood, and that's sort of my favorite look for them. Still holds up today. And then, just because, here he is next to the Capture of Splinter set from NECA. Next, let's check this Alfred out compared with some other figures. And so here he is next to all the DC Direct and DC Collectibles Alfred figures they've made. On the left, we've got the Batman the Animated Series Alfred. In the middle, Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Alfred. And on the right, we've got the comic Hush Batman Alfred figure. Now, as you can see, this guy scales up pretty good with the tall DC Direct figures. He's even taller than the Hush Alfred. It's not a scale that I don't like, it's just a bad figure. And here he is next to a couple of different Mattel Alfred figures. On the left, we've got the Multiverse Alfred figure. And on the right, we've got the Movie Master Dark Knight Rises Alfred figure. And here he is next to a DST, or Diamond Select Toys, Alfred figure from Gotham. And then here he is next to my entire collection of Alfred figures. I must say, this Alfred was the one figure out of this entire line of 11 figures I was looking forward to the most. And he really disappointed me. Especially after coming with this Multiverse Alfred, which was absolutely amazing. Makes this guy even more disappointing. Don't get me wrong, I like him, at least a little bit. And I'm happy to have him. I go back in time, I'd still buy him. But the execution is not what I was hoping for. Especially with Batman being so good, Leonardo and Raphael being so good. I mean, the line was going well, but Alfred is disappointing, at least to me. Here he is sitting down with a good book, enjoying a glass of wine in the Wayne Manor Library. And then here's Alfred poking at the fire, trying to keep Master Wayne warm. Here in the Wayne Manor, you can see the portrait of his parents above there. Damian Wayne playing the piano in the background. And then here he is, serving Master Bruce and Master Damian some afternoon tea. Here he is, dusting off a few of Master Wayne's possessions. And then here's Alfred in the Wayne Manor kitchen, preparing a gourmet meal for Master Wayne and some guests. And then here's Alfred at one of the various Bat computers, helping Batman remotely. And then here's Alfred helping out in the Batcave's science lab, trying to do some research for Master Wayne. And then Alfred here, he's a man of many talents. You can see him here, working on repairing the Batpod. And then here he is with his trusty shotgun, getting ready to defend the Batcave to the last breath. Next, let's check them out compared with some various action figure lines to see how they fit in both scale and style-wise. Here they are next to some DST or Diamond Select Toys action figures. Here they are next to some McFarlane Toys action figures. And here they are next to some NECA action figures. Here they are next to some DC Direct and DC Collectibles figures. Here they are next to some Mattel wrestling figures. And then here they are next to some Mezco 1/12 cloth soft goods figures. And then here they are next to some Mattel DC Universe Classics and Multiverse action figures. Here they are next to some Mafex figures. Then here they are next to some Hasbro Marvel Legends. And then here they are next to some SH Figure Arts action figures. And so I must say I'm happy to have both these action figures. It's not too often that you get a new Alfred figure, and I'm really happy to finish the complete team of Ninja Turtles from this film. But it's a mixed bag. I'm also pretty disappointed in these guys. The things I don't like about Alfred, he's just so darn thin. His joints are already getting loose. Articulation is poor. And his mouth, mustache area is kind of rough. Even though I picked the better of the two figures. Then we got Michelangelo here. He's just so damn short. I mean, look at this guy compared to Alfred. It's almost insane. I know he's shorter than them in the film, but it really hurts my enjoyment of him as an action figure. If I were to rate these figures, I'd go ahead and give Alfred a 5.5 out of 10. Maybe I overhyped him, thinking I was going to enjoy him the most out of all the figures, and he ended up disappointing me. And Michelangelo, I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. I like him even less than Alfred. Now, this is a great line, and I'm happy to have these figures. If I go back in time, I still would have bought this pack. But I don't like them as much as I thought I would. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you like the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add it in the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do this. I do hope that maybe we're going to get some new figures past the Shredder and Ra's al Ghul pack. Really would love to get these mutated Bat Rogues, but it probably all depends on how well these guys sold. So time will tell. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'll talk to you guys real soon.